All right, back here in the garage again. Another night. Just finished up building the Team Associated DC10 drift car here. Um, Pretty cool. The guys at Associated and Jackson Brunson kind of hooked me up. I told them about the website, showed them all the stuff I'm trying to do for drifting and stuff, and they were nice enough to send me a car to kind of build step by step. You can go back to the website, kind of check it out, and see all the steps to steps, all the parts, and how they go together, in the steps that I did it in. I kind of did it. I did it as close to the kit setup as you build the kit. The only real thing that I did differently is there's different shock oil in the shocks, kind of different spring setup. And I did the higher motor location here instead of the kit shows you both ways of how to build it, but the full instruction manual from front to back shows you with the motor in the lower position. So I know I'm going to kind of run it like this, so I wanted to kind of build it in this configuration. The fit and finish of all the parts really good. The shocks are really nice and smooth. The turnbuckles, fitting the turnbuckles into the ball cups, actually really good. Usually sometimes those can be so tight that every time you try to do an adjustment for the turnbuckle, it can pop off and stuff. Got to kind of be careful with the top link here on the outside. You don't want to have this kind of twisted. You can adjust the turnbuckle, like either front or back, and the ball cup can be at an angle, and that can really bind up the whole suspension. So you want to make sure this ball cup's always flat and not kind of twisted. If it's twisted, it can kind of get the whole kind of steering in a bind. For me, I think just looking at it right now, that the outside tire steers more than the inside tire. I want that. I think most everybody wants that to be kind of fully even. There's plenty of throw here. Like there's plenty of an adjustment. I've talked to Jackson on a couple things that he's gonna give me some pointers. I wanted to build a car like it come out of the kit first, and then once we get that all together, we'll go back and we'll do some modifications and different locations and stuff like that. But just for me, you can't really see, but the outside tire is turning a lot more than the inside. And this was kind of straight up, a little bit of toe out that I have the turnbuckles in now. But like I said, we'll mess with that a little bit more when it comes. I like the up travel stops that they have on the arms on the inside. They use these locations here. You can adjust the up travel, because you're up travel, and then once you steer, you if you don't have those adjusted correctly, you can kind of, the bottom of the ball stud here can rub on the suspension arm itself. But if you limit that, I mean, it's never going to go up that high probably, but you limit it like that to make sure that you're not going to have any rubbing or anything. You can use these two holes here with a 2.0. Really good. All the bearings really good. Transmission was really nice to build. Everything fits really nice. Not sometimes a lot of cars, like even in the top shaft here, you'll have some slop side to side where some of the tolerances aren't too good. Associated is really good. Everything's really tight. A lot of drift cars too, they have the item that holds the spur gear on. They'll have it on a flat on the top shaft with a set screw. Here it's just one item that's captured by the nut here with this 3 screws. I like this situation better than just one set screw kind of holding your spur gear on. The battery, to me, I was building this battery holder that they have here where you can slide in and out. Pretty neat how there's multiple widths that you can go. So you can go all the way up to holding like a really long stick in here. And the thickness inside here, you can change this height of the thickness of the battery. So right now I have it on the lowest. The Team Exalt drift battery is the lowest setting here, and that slides right in there. It looks really, really plush in this car. And you can move it all the way. You have like some locations here to be able to move the battery front or back too. Also, the servo is going to probably have some spots where you can move it back. It looks like you have these 2 spots now. Maybe later on they'll have some kind of upgrade where maybe you can move the servo back, get the weight off the car a little bit more. Just by me looking at it, it looks like maybe they have something like that. They have one hole here, but another hole here. So I don't know what these holes are for, but it looks like it might be for maybe some servo locations. It also looks like they have some holes here on the top plate with some countersinks on the bottom here. So maybe factory team, maybe they're going to have something where you can raise the battery up higher, get that higher weight on the car to get the car to roll a little bit more. So that'll be cool to see what comes down the road. It's cool too behind this. This is the speed controller mount here for the back. You take these 2 screws off, you can get right to the diff, which is really nice. They also include, in the kit, they also include a locker where you can lock this down. I have like 7,000 in there just to like get started. I think that's probably, for me, that's probably about where I usually run the diffs. But yeah, I'm really stoked. They maybe didn't need to go this thick on all these graphite pieces. I mean, even the chassis is like super, super thick. There's not that much flex going on here. There's a little bit, but they could have probably gave up a little bit of thickness here on the chassis, but nice and rigid. These are the body mounts it comes with too. I have some magnetic body mounts I'm going to get on there. I got Easy painting me up a body. I got my speed controller and my gyro over here ready to go. And got a motor coming from Exalt to put in it. So it should be pretty cool. I'll have another drift car to add to my collection. And we'll go do some drifting, and we'll shoot some video of this Associated car. Really, really impressed with the build. It was really, really nice. You have a little chase. I'll just go through some more of the features of it. You got a little channel down here. You can run your speed controller wire where you got to run it down underneath to maybe where your receiver, your gyro are going to be on the either side here. That's pretty cool. You also have, which I'm probably going to play with, you can move the actual steering rack up and down. So right now there's looks to be a 2mm spacer on the bottom, a 2mm spacer on the bottom. So you have that travel where you can lower it or raise it, depending on what you want to do up here for your steering throw. Also, they have they're probably going to come out with different spacers here for the front on the arm, so you can make the track width different. Yeah, really impressed. I got some J Concepts titanium screws on the way for it, so we'll kind of be putting it together with the speed controller and receiver, and putting some screws and some J Concepts fin turnbuckles on here, and it'll look all nice and plush. Maybe Associated will send me some upgrades. I know they already have some hexes. It's cool to have the brake rotors and stuff like that. You can paint these, whatever color you want to paint them for the scale look. But for me, I'm not really into the scale look. I'm more into the performance side of things, and just basically, going out there and just running your RC car, which is what it's all about. And maybe too, I don't know, maybe they'll have some kind of active tow situation here, because they use the same spindles front and back, but now you have this location here. Maybe they'll have something where you can have some kind of active tow option also with the car. I'm not sure, but looks to be. easy enough that they have that location there too. So pretty cool. This is your Team Associated DC10. Again, want to shout out to the guys at Team Associated. Pretty awesome. Send me a drift car to do this review, to do the build for it. It came out really good. I hope everybody liked it, and thanks everybody for following RCDrift.social. It's turning out pretty good. I like the website. I like everybody that's following it. The scene here in Florida, and like it seems like the scene all around the nation, pretty much, with all these guys coming out with cars and stuff. The drift scene is getting bigger. It's always kind of been there, but it seems like it's getting bigger. One big thing that I think that maybe needs to not be not thought about is this is more of like a social gathering type of thing. People like to come just hang out. I know I do. I like to go. I can't afford to be at the track for 3 days in a row. This way I can go, I can get my fix for, 4 or 5 hours at the track, and, I'm good to go, kind of thing. So I think as long as drifting kind of keeps into that same thing that it always has been, they don't try to make it too competition related, I think it's going to go pretty good. It's actually really seen a growth here in the last probably 2 years since I've been in it. So want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks to everybody for seeing the website, following us on Facebook and Instagram, and keep drifting. See you out there.